And fear in Colombia tonight. The Colombian drug barons, thought to be fleeing their government's crackdown, have made their presence felt with startling ferocity, declaring total war. NBC's Brian Ross is there.
Colombia's drug bosses struck back today, bombing and burning buildings and homes in Medellin, a stronghold of the drug cartel where troops this week carried out dozens of raids. Among the first targets, the party headquarters of the late Senator Luis Galan, who was murdered by drug assassins last week. Police also found and disarmed 40-pound bombs at two of the country's biggest radio stations. And just outside Medellin, the estates of another Colombian senator and a leading industrialist were burned to the ground. The burning, the bombing, the terror was followed today by what the drug bosses called a communique, a one-page letter dropped off at a radio station in which the drug bosses declare total war against the government, the industrial elite, union leaders, judges, and journalists. And in a line that had a particularly chilling effect here, the drug bosses vowed to go after the families of, quote, those who have not respected our families. NBC News has learned that the drug bosses appear to have made it out of Colombia and have gone to Brazil, according to American law enforcement authorities, to the Amazon River city, Manaus, just 3 hours by air from Medellin. And American authorities say a former Medellin city official, Diego Londoño White, and his brother have helped the cartel bosses in the past few years to invest millions in real estate in Brazil, a country that rarely extradites anyone. Today in Brazil, police said they may have found 2 getaway cars on the Colombia-Brazil border. And Brazilian officials also said they are reinforcing police along the border with Colombia and in the city of Manaus. Wherever the drug bosses are hiding, American authorities say the bosses have now had time to reestablish command of the drug armies they've spent the last 2 years organizing. These are the men trained by Israeli and South African mercenaries who authorities believe are now being sent out by the drug bosses to burn, bomb, kill, and protect the multi-billion-dollar cocaine business. Brian Ross, NBC News, Bogota.
And in Mexico, officials call it a major victory in the war against traffickers. They've arrested a Mexican national they say has links to the Medellin cartel. He's accused of using his own airline to smuggle drugs across the sparsely patrolled Mexican-U.S. border. But for all the noisy publicity surrounding the Colombian crackdown on its drug lords, the flow of cocaine into the United States has not slowed. Experts believe there's a 6-month stockpile of the stuff here and that big money is still to be made. A DEA official said not a whole lot will change until people stop smoking crack. But there is